Supplementary reading Pandora's Box. In the days when the world was young, everything was beautiful, bright, and gay. The sun shone brightly, and the most beautiful flowers and fruits grew everywhere. There lived at that time a lovely boy called Epimetheus. He had everything he could wish for except a companion. One day he saw Mercury, who was the messenger, wearing a winged cap. He had wings upon his heels and was coming towards him. With him was a beautiful girl whom Mercury called Pandora. Epimetheus was delighted and welcomed her with great joy. For some time, Epimetheus and Pandora wandered hand in hand, weaving garlands of flowers and plucking the rich fruits which grew everywhere. One evening, when they were playing, they saw Mercury again. His step was slow and weary. His garments were dusty, and he seemed to stagger under the weight of a huge box which he carried on his shoulder. Pandora whispered to Epimetheus to ask Mercury to tell them what was in the box. But Mercury would not tell them anything. He only asked if he might leave the box until he should call for it again. Mercury had hardly gone before Pandora began to be curious as to what was in the box. Epimetheus tried to coax her to leave it alone and come out to play. She would do nothing of the kind, and he had to play alone. When Epimetheus had gone out, Pandora went up close to the box to examine it. It was made of dark wood. On the top was head so cleverly carved that it seemed to smile and encouraged her. Around the box was tied a glittering gold cord. Pandora looked at the cord and thought to herself that she could do no harm by loosening the knot so long as she did not open the box. She set to work. It was a hard task. All the time Epimetheus was calling her to come out and join in his play. She was just on the point of giving up when suddenly the knot came undone and the cord dropped on the floor. Pandora thought she could hear whispers from the box. She put her ear to the lid and heard sad voices which said, Pandora, dear Pandora, have pity upon us, free us from this dark prison, open, open, we beseech you. Pandora's heart beat so fast and loud that she could hear nothing. Oh, she did want to have one little peep. Just then she heard Epimetheus coming. She knew that he would wish her to leave the box alone. So she opened the lid just a very little bit. As she did so, all kinds of ugly stinging creatures flew out and filled the room. They stung Epimetheus and Pandora, and then out of the window they flew and spread sorrow and pain everywhere. Epimetheus and Pandora had never felt sorrow and pain, but after these things had stung them, they sobbed and cried. For the first time, Epimetheus spoke crossly to Pandora, blaming her for all that was going on. Suddenly, they heard a sweet voice from the box which said, Open, open, and I will heal your wounds. Please let me out. Epimetheus asked Pandora to open the box, for he said, There may be some good fairy who will help us. There cannot be anything worse than those which have come out already. It was well that she opened the box, for a dainty fairy called Hope spread her snowy wings and came out. She fluttered here and there and touched gently all the wounds of both the children, and then flew quickly through the open window out into the world to do the same thing for others.